Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Team Fortress TV for this Season 25 match. We're bringing you a pretty cool game here tonight. I think it should be fun, especially what we saw out of Feint last night. So we've got Gnomercy versus Feint. I am Marxist, and along with me tonight is Ro, and we've got Azazel on the cams. How you doing tonight, Ro?
Doing good. I'm very excited to hear some things about players and anything else that comes up during this pre-match we've got rolling underway here.
Yeah, we had a bunch of players kind of holding out here for a little bit, but they are all here now. So I guess we'll just start going down the rosters, get started. We'll hope that they go live while we're doing this. So I'll let you take it away, Ro. Pick a team, talk about it, inform the people.
Well, I actually want to cover Feint Gaming, and I feel like Feint Gaming is the one that you gotta end with. That's gonna be the upswing of it. So why don't you take Gnomercy, and then I'll do Feint Gaming. How does that sound?
All right, over on the Gnomercy side, we've got Cookie Jake on Medic, Dingo on Demo, who's going to be aliasing as something, Marmaduke Grills on Soldier, Ames, your other soldier, Yite and Slimnish are the scouts.
And over here on Feint Gaming, returning from last night after an unfortunate loss against EVO Gaming, we have May the Medic, Campy the Demo, Ranga the Roamer, Phelps and Sandblaster Scouts, and the Terminator himself, back from the future to the past to find Sarah Connor. It's Mr. Muffins.
Yeah, and the reason we decided to call him the Terminator over here is because even though Mr. Muffins lost last night, his team did all right in places, but Mr. Muffins was playing some of the best soldier I've seen in a while. I hope that we got him on cam a lot of the time, because it's like watching a robot play the game. Because it was really nice to watch. So we'll see what he can bring tonight as he adjusts, because this is the result of a roster shakeup. So the teams are probably still feeling each other out a little bit. They probably worked out some of the kinks last night. But this is the most commonly played map. Most of the players here have been playing it since they started competitive, which would generally be at least a year ago. And in some cases, like Marmaduke Grills, we're talking the better part of a decade.
When Badlands was one of 4 options for competitive. Maybe not that scarce in the map pool back in the days, but Marmaduke's seen a few maps, seen a few things going on here.
Yeah, we've seen him come and go, Ro, and we'll see what goes down now. We do have very experienced players in this match, maybe not necessarily in the invite level, but there are quite a few here, like Marmaduke. Slimnish has been around for some time as well. Dingo has actually been around longer than most people would think, I would say, especially at this invite level. AIM has had some invite success. Cookie is doing fairly well so far. And and Phelps has played around too. So these aren't totally new teams, and they're both doing fairly well in invite. They're not last place by any means. So we'll see what goes down here. Everybody's in the server, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just Marmaduke Grills hanging out and spectate, ready to pick a team, and then ready up, and then we'll be getting underway here very shortly. I did want to bring up something, but then as soon as I started talking, I lost my train of thought. Oh, it was regards to the implications of the winner of this match. So, currently, Gnomercy is winning, or you could say winning. Currently, their standing in invite is 8 wins and 2 losses. And they take a 3rd loss. It makes it a lot easier for Feint Gaming to hold on to this 4th place. Potentially even sneaking into 3rd, depending on how Gnomercy plays out the rest of their season. So the ball is quite literally in Feint Gaming's court to find the chance to make this work for them, to get a win under their belt, and then hopefully cruise to playoffs. So we've got both players picking their sides, and now we're ready to go live very shortly.
Yep, it should be going here away. Marmaduke came in and joined up, so we'll get running here, and I think we're gonna see that beautiful green text at some point, and it'll be right here. So I'll let you take this mid row. Who are we watching?
Well, as always, you gotta start with the Demoman because this is the classic break your booties in demo rollout. We do see Mr. Dingo walking up to the house, getting there just a little bit before Campy, hitting a nice early sticky there. Gonna be taking the high ground on the train now, seeing all the players walking up the slope here. We do see a great bomb from AIM, gonna be able to take out Mr. Phelps there. And now the follow-up from the rest of the players rushing from underneath. The scouts have rotated over. They do see Mr. Muffins unfortunately gets taken down. And now it is AIM rotating back. It is a desperate attempt on Marmaduke Girls to get to last very quickly here. He actually is going to get into a very prime position here to get a kill, while Sandblast, meanwhile, is trying to find something to happen. No, he got the backspawn there. He was sneaking into... My wall hacks could not tell me. He was sneaking into the shutter. And, oh, Marmaduke Girls gets spotted out finally by Thor, a.k.a. Ranga. So that one death may slow things down, but with a full Uber advantage, it's easy to just come in, bully out the players, and cap the point.
Yeah, I always tell roamers, new roamers, if you survive mid, just go to the enemy last and try to do something stupid, because you should have died at mid. And we'll see now. I don't know what's taking Cookie so long. Slumnish is going to get dropped basically down there, because they do have tremendous Uber advantage. Maybe they are confused and believe that May did not die at mid. That's the only feasible way for this to make any sense. Because they are just going to let this Uber advantage go. It was tremendous. And now we're going to be stuck here. They also don't run an off-class on Slumnish, so we're going to have to watch a suicide here at some point. They're going to kill the sentry gun, so that'll make the suicide easier. And we'll see who it is that they send in. Looks like it's going to be Marmaduke.
Girls primed and ready. He sees the pipe go across, and he jumps up top, gets taken down very convincingly from the coordinate spam, and a follow-up from WFL Failure. I want to get that alias worked out so we can just refer to, I think it's Yite. We're just going to go with that for now. Yite going in, gonna die at the same time now, and clearing out the battlements is Sandblast jumping onto the point, playing their best Spire impression. All three players up here, and gonna be jumping up, getting a great amount of damage onto Ranga, gonna clean that up. And now the Ear Exchange is at the bottom of Spire, but Marmaduke Girls is getting the better of it, taking down Sandblast as well, and Feint is desperate to get out. Great sticky spam to slow things down, but Timmy Tupop gonna get taken down by Slumnish, who is on the chase, taking the heals and pistoling away. A follow-up from Marmaduke Girls is gonna do a lot of damage to Mr. Muffins, who is gonna take him down with a nice little clean rocket, and oh my goodness, AIM with the incredible denial on the players. It was, I believe, Slumnish sitting on the point, capping it off, and then AIM just shooting rockets at the players walking towards it. A clean 1-0 victory.
Yeah, as per my rule, if you pop Uber off of your own last into an enemy Uber, you will lose the round, and that's exactly what happened.
That it did, and now we do see Dingo taking a very early damage right now. Feint Gaming trying to come in full force, but Failure, aka Yite, rotating around, gonna actually distract poor Timmy Two-Pipe. And Cookie Jake also gonna get our kill onto Happy Cool. Feint Gaming is just not having any great opportunities here at mids to take things down. Mr. Muffins, another late death there. And now, thankfully, May and Sandblast are going to be getting out alive, building up this Uber to defend last. I did want to point out, I think Gnomercy thought the numbers at disadvantage was so significant that they shouldn't push. And so that's what led to their slowing things down. But in the end, they got the better of it by forcing an exchange and then winning Spire and pushing back in.
And we do see that Sandblast Spy is going to switch over to Sniper now, but he was trying to see if anything was going on. They are going to take out AIM, aka I only play on Colorado, and that seems like it's good enough. They're feeding the Terminator in here. He gets some nice rocket, but he's going to get dropped. That's the right decision to make. Well played to May. You just kind of, when you've got a trade like that, you're just throwing your pocket in there, and if he gets a bunch of frags, then great, we pop the Uber, try to push off. Maybe he forces the Uber, or you just let him die, and it's a counter sack. So, nicely played there.
Dingo getting so much freedom over here. Gonna be able to take out Ranga, but gets immediately retaliated by the soldier jumping up top. That's Mr. Muffins. A force has happened at the little tunnel area thing going on here across Main, and oh, poor Dingo's gonna get taken down there. Could not get the arrow in time, and He did manage to pick up Happy Cool there, which is going to be a great exchange for Gnomercy to hold on to this, maybe slow things down. And we do see Yite rushing to the point, going to get some great damage onto the Scout, going to get taken down unfortunately there. And the follow-up spam is not going to be strong enough, but AIM wants to commit to this. So does Moment of Grills, doing so much damage. He gets onto the point, no one's near it at all. He's going to get the cap, and that's going to be it. 2-0, very quick.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing there was May was kind of just standing up on the right and took a spam rocket from around the corner, couldn't see it and died, and then that was pretty much the end of the game there for our friends in Faint Gaming.
I'm very much in disbelief. I felt like that was playing Badlands with the original cap time. The way these rounds have been going when they're holding last, they cannot get the hang of it. Cookie Jake gets taken down right away by Sandblast, but the rest of Faint Gaming is crumbling to the pressure of all these players on Gnomercy. It is just Renga alive at this point. Nice little rocket there, going to be able to take it down Slemnish. May got taken down by Yite, but not after getting a retaliation frag onto Slemnish, if I'm not mistaken. So Slemnish down there, or maybe it was AIM I was thinking of. Either way, great arrow there from May to at least make something happen before going down at the mid. Both medics dead. Cookie Jake died early, but unfortunately he hasn't had a chance to build up that advantage. So Ubers are going to be relatively even, but May is slow to the draw and might not get this Uber built in time. We're seeing a huge disadvantage right away.
Yeah, the whole team's actually pretty slow to the draw. They're just now getting on the point. So this was due to the speed, this was actually a time where they could have defended second. It shouldn't have been. And such is life, I guess. So we're going to see an even Uber situation here. Mids are what's holding them back here, man, because they are not doing particularly well. Killing Dingo with the sniper, though, is going to help things out. We'll probably see that same play again. Yeah, here they go. It's actually crits. And it is popped off in the top here. Mr. Muffins is going to fall to the quad damage, but I don't think anybody else is going to die at all. And now we've got a scrape here at last.
Quake Master, Marmaduke Grills getting the rockets onto all these players while the rest of the team follows up. May once again with the arrow kill, but a very fast 3-0. And just looking at the scoreboard at the top of the round, honestly, I think there's a lot that Faint Gaming is not stepping up to. Seeing Renga and Timmy2Pipe at the bottom of the scoreboard is not a good sign.
Yeah, when you're getting blown up at mid like that, it not only is a factor where they're not doing anything at mid, it looks like the team is very disjointed as well, because we'll have people going in super aggressive and sacking for the med, which is what happened at the last mid. When you sack for the med immediately at mid, what you're essentially saying, well, we're starting the second half already, so I'll be able to talk through it, is we're going to lose this mid, let's kill the med and get out. They did that successfully, but then they failed to get out, and in fact their medic was the last person to die, so it's like you're doing the complete opposite of what you should be doing.
Really want to speak to the strength of Gnomercy soldiers right now. They are top damaging and top fragging at the moment. I want to look at them right now as Marmaduke Grills going through the choke point. Early damage on a Timmy2Pipe, going to be trying to finish that off. Finally, he does get taken down, but Timmy2Pipe was an unfortunate casualty in that exchange. AIM getting juggled in the air by a nice little exchange from Mr. Muffins, but he doesn't get it! He misses the last rocket thanks to the slopes and the polygons in a factor. Over here in the other choke point, we do see an exchange from the scouts of Faint Gaming, who are not going to give it up. AIM is so low, 20 HP. He is one pistol shot away, and he is not going to give it up. Phelps juking back and forth, going to be finishing off this cap, reducing the blue cap time and getting his own started. But AIM has made it back to his battlements, his respawn. The resupply cabinet will refresh him, and thankfully Timmy2Pipe being such an early death means he is here to slow down the soldiers from initiating onto poor Phelps. He is not going to be alone on this cap, and finally the first mid goes to Faint Gaming. This is new territory for them. They have never seen a mid cap before in this match.
Yep, they really needed a mid win to touch this off, so we should be seeing a little bit different game now. What is interesting here will be what will they do with this mid win, because you can end up riding really high off of this, or you can kind of clam up and you get really afraid that you're going to make a mistake and lose the only advantage you've had the whole night. So we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to rotate around. They're going to come out of patio. They need a soldier immediately. Muffins is in there jumping on people. fighting on Gray Bridge. They're going to get Cookie in time. No Uber for Cookie, so that is going to work out great. There is a soldier and a scout behind. That's Marmaduke and Failure, which would be Yite. Yite is going to go down, and so is Dingo, but Mr. Muffins is down. They're going to grab Slimnish anyways, and this is turning out to be a rout because they're going to grab this point. Scout on top of Spire equals absolutely no hope, Marmaduke girls, and they're all over this point. You have to quick stop it, and that's Cookie blocking it right now. Scout comes in just in time, but no. It is snatched by Phelps, and that'll give them their first round for Faint Gaming.
Very good stuff there. Getting the tiniest of Uber advantages there. Honestly, when I was looking at the Uber advantages when they were like 60 and 70, I was like, there's nothing's going to happen. We're going to reach a stalemate. And what a great opportunity from Faint Gaming to push on that advantage, small as it were. And thanks to Cookie Jake's poor building, he isn't going to make anything happen there. Loses the round for his team there. But Junie immediately taking down Mr. Muffin's expected bomb. And all these other frags coming their way. They do lose Dingo immediately at the end of that exchange. Sandblast and May once again the last players out. Thankfully they were able to slow things down by killing Dingo, but right now we do see immediately Gnomercy taking control of the Spire and sending in Marmaduke Grills to fish things out.
Yeah, that was another poor mid out of Faint because they lost both soldiers immediately, and essentially their mid was called. Somebody over on the other side knew exactly what was going on. They downloaded the strat book, and their mid was a wash from the start. Now there is a player behind in Spy. That is Sandblast. Sandblast is not going to bump, but he's going to end up hightailing it back. They now know that everyone is in this lower left door, European style, and there was a bit of a hesitation pause thing going on there for a sec. But it's over now. Marmaduke is dead. Demo is up top here. That's Dingo, and he's actually going to make it out as well. Little player merry-go-round row.
Unfortunately, the Myrlin bait strats could not work down here in the lower area that is typically watched by the roamer. Ranga there not having any of it, gonna be slowing the players down and got the kill onto Marmaduke Grills. Players have decided to rotate over to the drop down. You see Gnomercy getting primed for action as they wait for their respawns here. We should be seeing the pause probably at the end of this next push if there is an exchange here. Maybe before, maybe after, and Sandblast is currently back capped and back to where he was. The players are lower here. The spam from Ranga is slowing things down, thankfully, for Faint Gaming to hold off steady off this push here. And Gnomercy don't look like they know what they're wanting to commit to.
Yeah, Sandblast actually made a really smart decision there that I want to talk about, because he was Spy, he was behind the med, you know, in position, and the soldier jumped through drop down. Well, hold on for that, because they're running their suicide now. Ranka is going to go down, but they trade out, and there's also a bomb on, and it's going to get Happy Cool as well. So they've got a player advantage, but Marmaduke is really hurt. So that may put a bit of brakes on there, but they may just go. That looks like what they're going to do. They're going to come in on the right. There are no players over there. The Uber gets forced. So far, the Invincible people have not been able to engage. And May is just standing up on the ring, gets forced, can't Uber anybody, finally finds his team. And, well, there's the scout down below as well, going for that med. It's still alive. Slimnish finally taken out, but Scout's on the point. Lots of rocket shooting. There's always a rocket. And he's going to grab it. Is Marmaduke just bouncing everybody away. They kind of forgot about the point of the game there for a second and left the point open.
May felt like he was on a different level with how we were going to defend the point, and the rest of his team weren't. Most were out of position or backing up from the players they were initiating with, and as a result, the point was free to take down. Right now, Marmaduke Girls jumping into the choke and get blasted by Mr. Sandblast there. Ranga trying to return the favor, and a bomb gets taken down himself. Mr. Muffins, a second death from Faint Gaming. No soldiers alive now. It is Gnomercy taking control of the valley. Gonna potentially get the May here, who jukes it on the bridge and gets the nice shot on the aim. Who pulled out the escape plan at an unfortunate time there. Gets taken down thanks to the mini crit damage boost from whipping that stick out. Thankfully, abusing unlocks is punishable by arrows. And the medic is ready to get in with Timmy Two Pipe, and the stickies have been cleared. Phelps is committing to this, but Campy is overcommitted. He doesn't even get arrowed. He gets shot out of the sky right before that arrow connects. And Renga also rotating through the valley gets taunted by Marduk Girls, who won't have any of that action going on to the midpoint here. Feint Gaming on their bridge, so disconnected and stretched so thin. They're gonna be popping onto Sandblast here, who's rushing forward, gonna force off the Uber from Cookie Jake, and now Marmaduke Girls are waiting for an arrow on top of the battlements of the Spire. Gonna almost get taken down here, but thankfully is gonna get healed up. And the rest of the players who are available, May solo and trash gets another arrow onto Marmaduke Girls, who didn't get the arrow he was looking for. It was a different color, but no, yes!
Oh, sorry to cut you off there, Ro. May ended up getting that fight there with the 2K, and Cookie Meister finds himself without a team, and they're going to end up capping this one off. That was a crazy fight. May actually turned that one around for the team, even though he died.
3 frags just before getting taken down by Yite, who was blitzing for the trash area. Did manage to find that kill onto May, but May did grab so many crucial frags throughout that exchange of losing mid, backing off, and then coming back in, and now they finally own the midpoint. They have the Uber advantage thanks to Cookie Jake's late death there, and Slemnish is at the shutter with a sniper.
And May has come up crits, so that is a wise decision here, I would say. Slemnish is on sniper, and he's going to take Sandblast right to start the engagement. And the crits, stickies are going to kill Cookie. So that's pretty much all you need there. You would like to get some more players. There's Marmaduke going down, but it's an even fight right now. So you've just got to play your heals at this point, Ro, and try and whittle them down, because the damage is permanent except for this medium health kit here in the little house area or the lobby. And so you just fight your way through it nice and slow and hope Sandblast doesn't take any brains.
And you see players jumping into the battlements. The resupply, Dingo unfortunately pops his keybind there to backspawn there. We do see Martyr Girls jumping onto Diag, almost picks off Timmy 2Pipe, but he knows better than that. And the Crit Squeak is ready to go because Mr. Muffins came in through the drop down during that exchange, was able to drop onto Cookie Jake and crumble that right away. So now, unfortunately, Marmaduke Girls has returned the favor and took down May, who couldn't get that crits into effect, but Sandblast, Renga, and Phelps have taken kills of their own and are going to be taking this. Aim meets up with Phelps there. Gonna be able to take that down and rotate over to the resupply cabinet there. Now we do see Sandblast very low on health, as well as Timmy 2Pipe, who are very dangerously low here. One rocket could take them both down, so they're going to have to be wary of the player that was last seen in house. Thankfully, though, they don't have to worry about it. AIM has backspawned, and they do own the Spire with Renga very deep into last. Gonna get met up with Yite, who is getting so much damage on it. Finally gonna take that down, and there is no threat of Renga the Roamer right now. Gnomercy also gonna be able to pick up onto Happy Cool. Phelps way too deep, once again disconnected, stringed up with the rest of the team way too far, but there are traps on Spire, and Yite is sneaking his way around.
And Slemnish is going to get caught out by Timmy 2Pipe. The ground will end up finishing the kill. I think they were going for some kind of Spire crits bait play, because they're still on crits here with May. And I guess they're going to just round the corner here and try to blow up the world. We'll see what they do. In goes the soldier. Oh, no, it's Uber. My game is incorrect. And so here they go. It's going to end up being an exchange. They do not pick off Cookie Jake in time. It's basically all up to Mr. Muffins, the Terminator. Can he be the Spire God that the world needs? No, he's just going to die uselessly, and that will end it for Feint Gaming. And they are going to be pushing here. The guys from Gnomercy. And they're
actually
fighting through.
Yite has stuck his way in, but he does get taken down. No initiation there from the rest of the team to help. AIM jumping in now, a little bit late though. Slemnish going to be able to take down Phelps, but AIM finally gets taken down by Campy there, getting a nice little sticky, a fadeaway sticky before the exchange on the midpoint. And there are players lined up for the number advantage on Feint Gaming's terms. And Dingo's going to get taken down, followed up by Timmy 2Pipe rushing forward. Going to grab Marmaduke Girls out of the sky there. And Slemnish backing off with Yite and Cookie Jake. Going to be rotating to their shutter, and AIM also getting the respawn just in time, but Dingo and Marmaduke are nowhere to be found on the respawn timer. It looks like Feint Gaming could take this Spire for free, potentially bowling the players off the battlements and forcing off an exchange in lobby if if Gnomercy wants to get a forward hold underway.
Yeah, that was a really interesting push. Sometimes just pushing when the other team doesn't expect it can net some pretty big rewards, and they were stacking that point and out of position, and a push-in ended up being really easy. They took out Demo and Soldier, and now we're Ubering in here to last. It is going to be a true exchange at this point, and Scouts are running around. Nice play from Sandblast to distract, but now they're going to lose Muffins and Sandblast. It'll probably be the end of the push. They are going to try to come in here on Gnomercy, and we'll see where they go. It looks like they're beelining it to Spire. There is a Happy Cool Phelps hiding, but they check the spot. It's a 1v1, and he's going to get that from the sticks. Unfortunately, there at the end, and now we have the fight over Spire. There comes Muffins. He's getting thrown down to the ground by a Scout. Cannot jump that Spire when a Scout is on it, and they are out of here now.
Health is desperately low for Faint Gaming, but thankfully the mid-pack in-house is going to help there. But Marmaduke Girls with the huge flank, going to be getting 2, 3, potentially a 4th. But he does not. It's just 3 kills at the choke point. But hey, when you kill half the team, that's definitely respectable. He managed to find his way around Valley while Rango was picking up the health pack in-house, and all the players crumbled. Marmaduke Girls is insane play there, and now the forward spawn is happening. Gonna grab 2, including May the medic and Dingo or Campy the demo. This is not good. Looks like Gnomercy are gonna show Gnomercy themselves with that forward spawn. Gonna be causing a lot of trouble here.
Indeed, that's one of those situations. It's a classic TF2 mistake. You're either in or you're out. You cannot be halfway between the two, because that's when Marmaduke Girls is going to get behind you and kill 4 members of your team. They come in with an Uber on the right, though, do Gnomercy. Will they end this game here? So far, they've only killed the 7th player. GG being called by the spectators. Faint Gaming is crumbling here. They have managed to kill only 1 player, and that will not net them a victory. And that will be Gnomercy going 5-1.
Very strong showing here from the team Gnomercy. As we could see, they do show no mercy when it comes to playing the game. Marmaduke Girls, I think, with a very key pivotal moment there in the entire game. Most of it throughout the game was a good exchange of back and forth, players getting caught out, but retaliation was fairly even. Whenever they lost a medic, the other team lost a medic, but that was the crucial moment there. Flanking from Valley, catching them out at choke, and then cleaning house while the rest of the team pushed and pincered. What a phenomenal final round to finish this off. 5-1, Gnomercy leading now. 9-2 is their score line, losing only to Froyotech and I believe EVL, maybe?
Ascent.
Ascent, I'm still adjusting.
Yeah, we all have to come to terms with it. But yeah, last night I said it was a result of mistakes from Faint Gaming, but today it was a totally different sort of game where they just got blown up at mid, and if you're getting completely ruined at mid, it's really hard to win the game or even get that many rounds, because you have to fight the enemy back over so many points and then end it in a cap after you just completely wipe out at mid and are stuck on last.
That's the nature of Badlands. Mids are definitely the pivotal thing. It's one of the strictest for demo. Also, one of the more interesting workings when it comes to pushing slow, pushing underneath, pushing closet, jumping over, taking the high ground, rotating around. Once you lose that mid fight, it's pretty easy to quickly lose Spire, and then it's impossible to push out. Like I said, that's the nature of Badlands, and unfortunately, Faint Gaming could not get a foothold. If we look at the stats here, honestly, the blast classes from Gnomercy were just phenomenal, start to finish. Earlier in the first half, we saw Marmaduke Girls and AIM pulling out nearly 380 DPM apiece. They only slightly decayed from those high numbers from then. See, they are still top damaging in the server. AIM with a very strong showing, top fragging and top damaging there. And also, same number of deaths as Cookie Jake.
Yeah, which is rare to see with a pocket having that low a deaths, but your demo having slightly more. But that's that's kind of what you get with Dingo. Dingo is not your typical demo, and he kind of goes off on a Dingo adventures every now and again, and sometimes it results in his death. But the more conservative style play out of AIM tonight really played into their favor. The soldiers having such high DPM is just a result of when they bombed. Not only did they get frags, but they were doing a lot of damage to a lot of people because Feint was getting really boxed in right to start at every mid, and then they would split up. And usually it was pretty easy then to get your bomb frags. Because even Marmaduke almost broke 300. And that is pretty exceptional. The scouts, for the first time in probably a while, is both scouts on Gnomercy were actually your bottom damagers.
Yeah, normally you'd look at Gnomercy and think, their soldiers are definitely like top 4. They belong in the top 4 of Invite. That is in teams, not in actual soldier status. Their combo is it sounds good on paper, but it's whatever. And when you hear Yite and Slemonish, you think Pound Town. This is the greatest scout combo of the century. Yeah, I might be exaggerating there, but it's very surprising to me to see this transfer of power between the scouts being a dominant force for Gnomercy and now Marmaduke Girls and Ames stepping up and setting the bar higher than Marmaduke Girls' experience can keep up with. Very strong showing from the soldiers here that they can have that powerhouse class on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to flank and combo.
Yeah, one thing I should point out though is May out-fragging his roamer and tying his pocket for frags.
Oh, that hurts when you hear it out loud.
I mean, Mr. Muffins didn't have a bad game. He top damaged for his team, but the damage was not resulting in frags, and as a result, May picking up 6 frags, going 6 and 12 on the medic class. Pretty solid performance there, even in the loss. Just if you look purely just at frags. And the one drop you see there is a fluke because it was a crits at the time. So even if you pop the crits and die during it, if it's early enough, it'll count as a drop on the ESEA. So I'll put that in Flukeville. And in that scenario, you've got even Ubers to Cookie. So May had a pretty good game overall.
I agree. That's something you'd like to see if you lose. Is I did a lot of cool frags. I mean, a 3K in a single life. 2 of them while you were in the very low double-digit health in trash, fighting for your life. One on Marmaduke Girls, and then another one. I didn't see what the third kill was. I want to say it was Yite. Just before Yite killed him.
Yeah, that's a rough night because what was going on with Muffins and Ranga, where they were just getting shut down at mid. There was not enough scout pressure from Feint Gaming, and I'm not calling out Phelps and Sandblast saying they're bad, but they need more scout pressure on that map because Muffins and Ranga would bomb and get shut down because over on Gnomercy they didn't have anything else to worry about. All they needed to worry about were the 2 bombing soldiers, and they shut them out. And then the rest of the team would get bogged down by jumps from Marmaduke or AIM, and then your team is divided and you'd kill no one. Or 1 frag per mid, maybe. And that was the story of the match, really. So, unless you have anything else to add, Ro, I think we'll pack it up for this week in NATF2.
I think that will do it. This has been Badlands Week. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be going to a brand new realm of map. That is to say, I haven't looked at it, and I'm trying to stall in clever wordplay, and I failed miserably in my effort to stall while I go to the ESEA page and find out what is happening next week. But thankfully, I found it. It is Granary Pro, so I was basically right. A new realm, more or less, with all the wonders of Granary, but trying to make it less of what it was and more of what it can be. Different last point position, better spawns, all the good stuff.
But yeah, so we're playing the 2 classic maps back to back here. So Badlands and now Granary next week. And then after that, we'll only have 2 weeks left in the season, and it'll be into playoff time. So it's crunch time now. But anyhow,
It is.
I think that'll pretty much end it for us here. So for Azazel, Roe, and Marxist, thanks for watching, and come visit teamfortress.tv next week to see what games we'll be bringing you then.